It's Domain Day from cheapwinefinder.com. It's June, the weather's heating up. We're doing summer wines and inexpensive summer wines today. What do I have? Well, what I have, Antoine Delaune Beaujolais Rosé 2020, $7.99 from ALDI of all places. Here's the thing you got to remember, $7.99 from ALDI, it might not sound all that promising, but you have to remember that ALDI has 10,000 stores in 20 countries. They have a huge network of stores to sell wine at. They're in Europe, they're in Australia, they're in the United States. They are especially good at European wines because that's their German company. Those companies want to sell, these producers want to sell ALDI wine because they sell a lot of wine. You know, they might have to cut a tough deal to get there because these wines are very well priced, but I'm pretty sure ALDI pays up front and they're not competing with their own brands. ALDI doesn't sell other brands, they just sell ALDI wines. I think this Alain Delaune name is probably an ALDI brand name. ALDI typically owns the copyright to their brand names. If they have to change a producer for whatever reason, the wine stays the same. They don't have a large selection, at least in the United States. I think in Europe they have a bigger selection, but that way if you get to where you like a certain brand, it's going to be there. And this is a rosé from Beaujolais, and I'll explain Beaujolais in a second here because I'm going to take a sip. Burgundy is the premier place for Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. On the north end of Burgundy is Champagne. They make their wines out of Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. The problem with that is traditionally it was too cold up there to have the grapes get fully ripe every vintage, so they had a problem. So when you don't have ripe grapes, you make sparkling wine. Now, Beaujolais is on the south end of Burgundy, and they don't use Pinot Noir, they use Gamay, which reminds me a lot of Pinot Noir. It has a lot of those characteristics. The difference is while Burgundy and Champagne can be ridiculously expensive, most of the wines in Beaujolais are under $25. Just the cru wines are, these special village wines sometimes can get a little pricey, but everything else is reasonably priced, and a lot of them are around $10 somewhere. And this is $7.99. But ALDI and store brands have a price advantage. The quality is something that you would find for several bucks more. It's hard to say $3 more, $4 more. You got to take that on an individual basis, but it's a retail wine would not be this price if it was the exact same one. Sometimes surprisingly more, but I'm gonna take another sip. It's got that kind of acidity. It's like lip smacking good. Gamay is a really fun region to drink wine from, and one little off-track thing is they make their the winemakers there have some unique ways of producing Gamay, and one of the reasons it's less expensive than the rest of the northern Burgundy is they make drink it now wines, and they only the top end is made to be cellared, and in California, cheap Pinot Noir was kind of a boring wine that never really had a lot. It was just cherry juice, nothing special. Some of the winemakers started bringing the Gamay techniques to Pinot Noir, and all of a sudden, California inexpensive Pinot Noir became something you actually wanted to drink. I mean, it's open top fermentation, carbonic maceration, all these fancy things, and I don't even know all of them, but yeah, I mean, all of a sudden it's Beaujolais and Gamay help Bayou Price California Pinot Noir be very, very fun to drink. So there you go. It's a $7.99, and it's an excellent light-bodied, delicate but flavorful rosé. I mean, it's got lip-smacking acidity, the kind that gets you grabbing the glass. You're not even thinking about it. It's 12.5% alcohol, so you're not going to get in too much trouble drinking more than you expected. $7.99 from a store brand. It's a solid Beaujolais. I like it. It's ready for the summer. If you can find it, I don't think they have a lot of it, but if you can find it, grab it. And that's it for me. The full review is on the cheapwinefinder.com website. This is Domain Dave saying adios. Keep it cheap, and I'll talk to everybody before too long. Bye-bye.